everybody? How you doing? It's me, Del, once again, and you're watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed. Welcome. We are going to now take you to another world. I'm kidding. Not this time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of Facebook Live videos that I did, actually quite a lot. I am totally addicted to Facebook Live. I'm not going to lie. It's just fun. It's a great medium, and it's just, you know, you get to communicate with a lot of people, and, you know, you get to bring them in on the show, and it's a lot of fun. And I should mention, you guys will notice in this video, I don't know if you saw the last one, this video will have a lot of banner ads at the bottom of the screen. Now here's how it works. Check out patreon.com/Del Morgado Show, and you can check out what I charge for banner ads. Or not charge, but if you donate, that's what you get. So if you like what you see and you'd like to have your banner ad as a part of Unleashed, please check out my profile on Patreon. Also, for limited time only, I've decided to make onlyfans.com/Del Morgado Show $4.99. I've been advertising it for a while, but obviously these videos are a little older, so yeah, I figured I'd advertise that right now. So OnlyFans, I dropped the price down from $9.99 to $4.99. That's the lowest they will let me go. I was actually going to go $1.99 to try to get some people in, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you like my videos and you like what you see, I will be ending free for a week. Normally I post my videos free for a week. That's going to be coming to an end. As a matter of fact, I'd say maybe 3-4 videos more, and that's it. It'll only be maybe free for a day for a little while, and that's it. You will not be able to see these videos unless you go to patreon.com/Del Morgado Show or onlyfans.com/Del Morgado Show. So I'm just giving you guys the heads up. So anyway, let's watch some videos. Let's have some fun. It's time for some Facebook Live videos, and all I gotta say is enjoy. Yo, gotta gift you. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I can't get enough of this Facebook Live stuff. I'm sorry. I got a ton of stuff to edit, but I'm just not in the right mood to do that right now. I just got home a little while ago, and I'm pretty tired, so not really feeling the mood to edit, so I figured why not go online and give myself more shit to edit. Yeah, why not? Sure. Have a good time. Okay. So anyways, tonight was the very first time that we did my radio show live on Facebook, which was really cool. I do want to thank everybody who tuned in, and I do especially want to thank all the people who not just tuned in, but also became a part of the show. It was really cool to finally do my live show on Facebook Live. I mean, that's pretty much what it's all about. But what I decided to do now is just a little bit of extra stuff, which I might post this after the show. And thank you guys for watching. If you're watching, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm just sort of not really in the mood to edit tonight. I've got a ton of stuff I got to edit, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm just sort of like feeling kind of blah. You know, it's just one of those nights where it's like, all right, whatever, I'm just going to go home and chill out. So I figured, like I said, I'd just come over here and waste a little bit of time, see who's available. And if there's anybody available, who knows, we might be able to have some fun and see what's going on. So there you go. Whoa, that's weird. Oh, shit, it's actually telling me to invite people to watch. I didn't know that, you know. Anyways, so I'm here right now, and again, just chilling out, seeing if there's anybody out there, just so I can kind of, I guess, keep myself entertained. Yeah, you're watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed, by the way, on Facebook, live. And again, want to mention the fact that, you know, my show tonight was live, the Del Morgado Show. But this time, or not this time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that footage, put it together, and turn it into an official video. And then I'm going to post that to Patreon, and you guys can see it and check it out and see what you think. So I understand it is pretty late, 2:38 in the morning, but just want to see what's going on, see if there's anybody out there. So I will sit here and watch the screen. I wish I had some popcorn like we had at the convention. That was actually pretty funny. I had a great time at Kitchener Comic Con. It was unbelievable. We had so many people come by the table because what I did was set up unlike any other setup I've ever done before. I actually took my television set, which is normally what I use to put ads on the screen and whatnot. And what I did was I basically got the screenshot of us doing Facebook Live on, on the computer screen, and everybody that walked by saw us actually being live, and that made people stop. Everybody was stopping and like, whoa, what's going on here? And the funniest part about the entire situation, people were watching the screen and they weren't even looking at us. So they looked over, kind of, and then they're watching the screen, which I thought was funny as hell, because you're sitting there and you're thinking, all right, these people will probably stare at us for a little bit, but no. And then what did I see? I saw people grabbing cards, and a lot of people jumped in the video, which I was just like, let's bring some people in, and it was fun. It was just outrageous. It was something I've always wanted to do. I mean, a lot of years I've been doing cons. And I'd be at the con, I'd sit there with all my promo stuff, I'd have the TV going, and I'd have all these promos popping up. And the problem with doing that was I got bored, because I wouldn't really interact with people. I used to. Back in the day, I used to interact with people, but, once it gets to, a certain point, you don't want to talk to people anymore, and you're just sort of just sitting there, and you're almost thinking, okay, if they want to talk to me, they'll talk to me, right? And that was kind of the mentality I had. So by doing the Facebook Live videos, obviously we had a Wi-Fi connection, which adds to the fact. I mean, regardless though, I was actually going to be filming for Unleashed, but because we had the live connection and we had the Wi-Fi, I said to myself, you know what? Let's do this. Let's try this out and see what happens. And surprisingly, it went very well. And I do thank all the people who have joined. I thank all the people who watched, and I especially thank all the people who are now part of either the Del Morgado Show, DFH Studios, Heinskin Viverbahn, or Reality Radio 101. Speaking of Heinskin Viverbahn, that character I made up many, many, many years ago. I came up with him back in college. What it was basically a project that we had, and the teacher had said that he wanted us to sell our artwork. So what I did, I said to the guys, it was a group effort. It was supposed to be like a group of 5, group of 4, and I got together with the guys and I said, well, why don't I just come up with some artsy fartsy character to host our video. And then, we would cut away and show the people's artworks and all that kind of stuff, which is exactly what we did. I actually came up with the concept by watching a couple of different elements, and I blame Mike Myers for this. Initially, I was never a big Saturday Night Live fan, never been a Saturday Night Live fan, can't stand Saturday Night Live. I remember back in the day when Eddie Murphy was there, that was when Saturday Night Live was awesome. John Belushi, back in the 80s, the early 80s, that's when Saturday Night Live was awesome. But the way I looked at it, there were a couple of elements that were funny about it during the Mike Myers era. And when there was a show that he did called Coffee Talk, and all you talk about coffee and dogs. And then there was another character he had called Sprockets. And if you look at Sprockets and you look at Heinskin Viverbahn, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, the voice, I don't know, the voice kind of comes in and out, but I kind of pictured like a German, Scottish, Irish, like everything mixed into one sort of thing. And that was pretty much how I came up with the concept for Heinskin Viverbahn. Now, as the years went by, the character obviously got a little bit more different. And what did it for me was I had someone tell me, I'm pretty sure they would, I don't know if they would appreciate me saying this, but I won't mention their name. But they said to me, they go like this, I like it when Heinskin is an asshole. he flat out said that to me. He goes like this, yeah, Heinskin strikes me as a very pompous guy. You know, like a guy who just loves himself, and that's it. So when I started doing it, as the years went by, he started getting a lot more pompous and more snobby as time went on. But obviously, you know, the artsy fartsy people, and yeah, there's a lot of artsy fartsy people out there. That's pretty much how they are. So I didn't really go too far away from the truth of what these people are like. But there you go. So Heinskin Viverbond was something that I haven't done, holy Jesus, in years. You know, it's tough to be creative sometimes, especially when you have emotional ruts and whatnot. It becomes very tough to do that. So Heinskin, to me, I kind of, as I joked in the videos that I did with the character, I said I put him in the closet. And I did, literally, because he's just an outfit. You know, you put it on and then you go. And that's usually how it works with a lot of these things. You know, you put on a costume and it's amazing how it just transforms you into somebody else. So Heinskin, to me, was sort of, that was one of my original characters. Even though I kind of stole bits and pieces from different characters, he's definitely my original character. And the name, I don't know how the fuck. I think maybe Ace Ventura was probably had something to do with that, because there's that scene when he comes out of the pool and he's like, Heinz gets Velvets or something like that. And I think that's pretty much where I got it. So I just kind of modified it a little bit and gave him a last name, you know, and that was it. You know, so that's why Heinskin has made a few appearances, because I have a Facebook page for him, believe it or not, facebook.com/Heikadel, or not Heikadel, oh my God, Heinskin Viverbond. So you know, I wanted to sort of bring him back out of the primordial ooze. So now, what I want to do, because I brought him back out of existence, I want to now redesign the old logo that I used to use for the show. And you can see that show on YouTube. They're still there. I don't plan on getting rid of any of my old videos. New content, yes, I post on Patreon, but old content, I'm just going to keep it there. It's under Art Talk with Heinskin Viverbond. And you can check out those older videos, and you'll see what kind of a pompous ass. Actually, this wasn't, like, nobody suggested this idea to me, but I had done a greatest hits, or greatest moments in Heinskin's videos. And what happened was I put all of the scenes where he says, my name is Heinskin Viverbond. And it's funny because, you know, he does my name, and then is Heinskin Viverbond. It's amazing, because if you watch that video, I'm shocked at how many different times I did it and how many variations I was able to do in like 20 different videos. But there you go. So there's a little explanation as to what that's all about, because I'm sure some of you came on that day when I had Heinskin on, or even during when we were at Kitchener Comic Con, you're like, what the hell is this? Like, who is this guy? And why is he live? It's Del, but he's got a stupid hat on and he's got glasses on, and so there you go. There's a little definition as to who Heinskin Viverbond is. You know, I should have actually set this up as an Unleashed video, only because it's this late, and I kind of figured there wouldn't be anybody online, but figured, you know, I'm bored, might as well give myself more shit to film. So who knows, this might actually turn into an Unleashed episode. Obviously, this is after my radio show, which I did for the very first time live on Facebook. It was cool. We're still working out some kinks, and once we figure all that out, I think it'll be really cool to be able to go live and connect with people, get people involved on the show, which is really, really cool. So anyways, I think I'm done babbling. I just pretty much wanted to come out here and out of sheer boredom, wanted to see what was going on. There were a few people that clicked on, but nobody stayed on, so I'm not shocked. Usually I've noticed that's how it goes. So, I mean, if you guys can give me feedback about that, actually, because I'm kind of curious to know why people come on for a few seconds and then disappear. Is it because you guys, you know, as you scroll through your phone, does it automatically start the video? Or, and I won't be offended, and actually, in all honesty, I couldn't care less, but I'm curious to know if you guys see me on live, click on it and be like, oh, alright, whatever, and then just turn it off. If that's the case, I'm going to tell you something right now. Alright? Let's get real here, because this is the bottom line. I'm doing this for promotion. If you guys don't like it, if you guys are my so-called friends that don't like this, then you can fuck right off. I'm sorry. But if you don't like this, and you're like, oh my god, he's always live, I couldn't care less about you. Honestly. If you're that type of friend who doesn't give a shit, then leave. Okay? Unfriend me. Because quite honestly, and I'm being dead honest here, if you don't like it, goodbye. I don't want you in my life. I've gotten rid of a lot of people in my life, okay? And I've gotten rid of them for a good reason. Because people, a lot of the times, don't give a shit. They don't support you. They don't care for you. So what's the point of having them on Facebook as friends, which is the end of the world for some people, okay? Just because we're friends on Facebook doesn't mean that I'm not your friend off of Facebook. If you unfriend me off Facebook, I won't get offended. I've had tons of people unfriend me, all right? And that's what I'm getting at. If you don't like what I'm doing, either there's options. A, unfollow me. B, unfriend me. C, if you don't like me, get the fuck out of my life. I haven't seen a lot of these Facebook people in years. And quite frankly, some of them I couldn't care less about. If they support the show, God bless and thank you. And I appreciate it. I really do. For the people who do support the show, I definitely want you guys to stay on. Only because of one reason. Because if you're supporting the show, then obviously that gives me reason to continue on. There's a lot of times where you sort of doubt yourself and you start to, question, should I be doing this? Should I continue on this path? I've had those moments a lot. I've quit my radio show twice, for those of you who don't know. And I quit the radio show twice for a reason, because it gets to a point where you start wondering to yourself, well, shit, should I be doing this? And then after you finish doing it, you start thinking to yourself, shit, I really miss doing that. Which is weird, because I've had those moments where I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, should I really be doing this? Like, why am I wasting my time? And then you get a couple of people who jump in your life and they say, oh, Del, I used to watch your programs. I used to, whatever. And you're not doing it anymore. Why? And then you sit there and you're like, oh, shit. All right, fuck. I guess people do care. People do like me. People like me. But it's so weird, and it just kind of, you go through those phases in life. I mean, I'd like to think that I'm going to continue this. Why? I will tell you why. Because I'm trying to promote for Patreon. I need financial assistance. That's exactly why I'm doing it. And, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you, oh, yeah. No, I'm doing this financial assistance. It's tough. Life gets in the way. And if you want to do something full time, and that's the beauty of Patreon. Patreon allows artists to pretty much ask for assistance. I'm not asking for handouts. If you go on patreon.com/Del Morgado Show, there's no handouts. As a matter of fact, I write in my description, I say, I'm not looking for handouts. I'm willing to give something back. I offer advertising, and that is probably the best way to go. If there is anything else I could offer, I will. I'll offer my time. If there's an event that you're doing and, you would like me to partake in the event to help promote, then obviously I'm going to help you out. So I decided to jump onto the Patreon boat, if you will. And, I would love to see if anybody donates to the cause, because it does cost money to go onto the air. You can ask any of the broadcasters. I don't know if they would admit to how much they pay, but, it's one of those things where it's like, we need help, and this is probably the best opportunity right now to do what I'm doing, to promote the show and to give you guys entertainment, which is exactly what I'm aiming for. You know, I like to entertain. That's been in my blood since I was a kid. And I've always liked putting on shows, you know. So this enables me now to open up to a bigger audience, because Facebook Live reaches out to people that normally you wouldn't be able to reach out to. Yes, I have a huge fan base on my live radio show, and I try to advertise through there as well, but this gives me an opportunity to reach out now to other people that normally wouldn't listen to the show, either because, I don't know, they don't have time, or, you know, everybody's got busy schedules. So it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, hey, if you're interested, if you like what you hear, feel free. You can donate as little as $1, you know, up to as much as you desire. And that's all it takes, especially this content, because this content is for patrons only. So if you go on to patreon.com/Del Morgado Show and you check it out, right now, a lot of these videos are free. They're free for a week. And then after that, they become exclusive. I know somebody who is actually supporting. I got one supporter on there, and we were actually going through it tonight, and he was able to see, you know, all the stuff that I had for patrons only, and other stuff you had to pay to see. So, you know, it's patrons only. So $1, that's all it takes, you know, and it's kind of cool because, you know, at least it shows that, you know, there's people out there who are willing to help out. And that's pretty much what I'm asking for, is just people to help out. You know, I mean, this way I can continue going. My main goal, to tell you the truth, is to go daily. I would love to go daily, do this full time, and that would be incredible. The only way to go daily is, you know, you need finance, you need money. And, you know, I'm working. And the problem is I work, and that money doesn't stay in my pocket. And I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. It just goes, like, it vanishes. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you need a little extra help. You know, I mean, my first goal is to make it to go weekly again. I used to do the show weekly. And thanks to Heiko, which I said before, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be back on the air, to be honest with you. He wanted to do the Heikadelic show. We had talked about it for over a year. And we did. We were going once a month. And it was the fans that turned to us and said, what's this once a month bullshit? And I'm sitting there like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, the people really want us to stay. Like, what the hell's going on here? And they were giving me shit for quitting. You know, my friend and colleague George Andrew, he always calls me the comeback kid, which I love. I love hearing that. It's hysterical. Because I did quit the show twice. And now I'm back, and I have no intentions of leaving. And by doing stuff like this, it keeps me going, you know, because I wanna provide entertainment. I would love to go weekly, and I would love to go daily. That would be the ultimate goal, to be able to go realityradio101.com every day. You know, like Monday to Friday, not, you know, obviously we wouldn't go 7 days a week, but who knows? If we got enough money, sure. If people liked me that much, sure, why not? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking for a little help. You know, that's pretty much it, you know, because the more, you know, $1 goes a long way. You know, it's like, you know, the old adage, every vote counts. Well, every dollar counts. And the beauty about Patreon is that you can donate as little as $1. And, you know, if you get enough people, it adds up and it helps. You know, any little bit helps. You know, again, I'm not asking for handouts. I want to make that clear. I am willing to work for the $1. I'm willing to work. You know, I'm willing to help you out. You know, promotion, advertising, banners, whatever you want. Especially now that I'm doing the Unleashed videos, your banner could be right there. Okay? So look at my Patreon page, patreon.com/Del Morgado Show. Check it out. Look at it. If you see anything in there that catches your attention, if you'd like a banner, that banner can run right across. Oh shit, somebody's watching. Hey Brian, how you doing, man? Good morning. Or good night. Yes, that's right. I know it's kind of late. I'm glad that you're watching, man. Thank you. I was just doing this just to, I didn't feel like editing tonight, like I said earlier, so I wanted to just do a video. I'm bored. You know, I don't really feel like watching a movie or anything like that. I just wanted to come on here and, waste some time. So thank you, cuz. I appreciate you watching, man, very much so. For a second there, I was wondering if anybody was going to watch, to be 100% honest with you. But yeah, I'm pretty much just trying to promote for Patreon. Again, it's not a handout. I'm not asking for handouts. I am willing to work for my money. And as little as $1, believe it or not, you'd be amazed how far that will go. I mean, hey, I love performing and I love doing the show. And now with this Unleashed videos and Facebook Live, I mean, holy crap, it's just phenomenal. It's an amazing way to, connect with people. So, oh, Brian writes again. Didn't mean to break your concentration. Not at all, cuz. Not at all. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I was sitting here and I was hoping somebody would tune in. I mean, dude, for the longest time, I had nobody here whatsoever. So I'm just like, oh, great. Nobody wants to watch. Do you want to connect? Or is this too early? It's probably too early for you. I'm pretty sure you just woke up and you're feeling all like, bleh. But you're actually one of the supporters, and I appreciate you, cuz you're awesome, man. You have been watching these Facebook Live videos. I was getting a little pissed off at people because, sometimes they get a little stupid and, they get sick of it and they're like, oh, why is he posting all the time on Facebook? And you know what? Bottom line, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you. I don't like you. If you're not willing to support, if you're not willing to watch, or if you don't like me, or if you don't care about my stuff, then go. As I say, the old expression, take a walk. All right? And there you go. Oh, Brian says, time to make the donuts. Nice. Thank you, Brian, for watching. I love you, man. And you know what? We got to get together. I know you do the wrestling shows all the time, but I don't know. I'm just, because usually I work all the time, and it's kind of difficult to go watch those wrestling shows, and, and certain company that you hang out with, no offense to you, but there's certain company that you hang out with that I'm not really too crazy about, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Not going to say names, but, but yeah, Brian, I would love to have you on the show, man. It's been so long since you've been on my radio show, and especially this, now I can come over to your place, we get together, sit down, and we can actually do a show. And yes, I know that a lot of times back in the day I used to ask you to bring snacks and stuff, but that was because I had worked out an agreement, and what happened was I made an agreement that if I had brought snacks, it would take off the amount that I used to have to pay to do the show. Just to give you a little clarification, in case you were wondering why I did that. After a while, I started thinking to myself, that was kind of a dick move, and I stopped doing it. I stopped asking people to do that, and I figured, you know what, if I'm going to bring people on the show, the last thing I want to do is ask them to bring stuff. You're a guest on my show. I want you to be there. I want you to be on the show, and I want you to have a good time. I don't want you to worry. Oh, Brian says no worries. Thank you, Brian. I love you, man. But, it's one of those things where you say to yourself, you're like, no, I can't do that to people. That's just not cool. I mean, how would you feel if, you're invited to a show, and I know what you're thinking, Brian, because, it's one of those things. It's like, how would you feel if somebody, if I were to ask you, okay, I want you to be on my show, bring shit. It's like, who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? But, it's one of those things, obviously cash is tough to get. You work, like I said earlier, and the money just keeps disappearing, through debts, through MasterCard. And that's the scariest part about MasterCard, because you get a MasterCard or Visa, and it's money you don't have. And what do? You spend it. And back in the day, I used to make a shitload of money. I used to work at a better job. I used to have, I'm not asking for a job, but I used to do, bigger income. So when you get used to a bigger income, you spend more. It just happens naturally. That's just the way things go, and because you spend more, you get further in debt when you're not making as much money again, because as soon as you don't have that gigantic income, because you got to remember, I used to do the convention, not conventions, impersonating. I used to do the job, the chocolate factory job. So, you get used to that amount of money coming in, you start getting used to a certain lifestyle. And once you get used to that lifestyle, it's very hard to break out of that lifestyle. So that's what happened. I got so used to that lifestyle, I fucked up. So now I got to work, just like the song. And, you know, the harder you work, sometimes, you know, you're thinking to yourself, holy shit, where the fuck is this money going? You know, and then you look and you're like, oh yeah, insurance, phone bill. Oh yeah, I forgot about the credit card. Oh, hold on, wait, gas. And it just keeps adding up, you know, and that's the crazy part. You know, obviously life gets in the way. Somebody who wants to do this full time, it's very difficult. I actually quit my last job to do this full time, and then I realized I had to make a steady check. The checks weren't coming in steady when I was doing entertainment. You know, you get the occasional gig here and there. So you're sitting there like, you know, you got to make a certain amount every week. The next thing you know, you do the entertainment thing and you realize, oh shit, I'm not making that fucking money. You know, but you still have that same mentality and it fucks you up. So, oh, Brian wrote again. He says, life's little games. Amen. Amen, cuz. And I would love to have you on the show again, man. I can come up. You don't have to travel. You know, I can come up to your place. We sit down, chill out, have a beer or two, whatever you want to do. We could do it as long as an interview as you want. Because, dude, every time you were on my show, it was golden, especially when you told the Apple story and then we started playing the piano in the background. Definitely one of my favorite shows. So, Brian, I'd love to have you. Oh, all the best to you too, man. And let me know if you ever want to do this. Again, I can come by and film, and whoever's watching, I don't even know who's watching. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just doing a little spiel there. So, guys, thank you for watching. I just saw there's a few people watching. And Brian's got to go. I love you too, man. And good luck. Good luck at the office. And I do thank the people who are watching right now. I just went on here because I didn't feel like editing tonight. And I'm filming in this room because the next room, somebody's sleeping above me. So Brian says, LOL, right on. So I filmed here in the kitchen, and that's why I got my little fancy background, just because I didn't want to make too much noise, but obviously I'm talking, so. And you know what? Quite frankly, I sleep during the day, like I said earlier, and they're making a racket all day long. Boom, 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 walking like a bunch of fucking buffalo. And it's like boom, 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 boom. And I'm trying to sleep. I sleep with earplugs because of them. You know what I'm saying? If they were to be a little quieter, and they know I work nights, so you would think, oh, maybe I shouldn't stomp around and walk a little lighter. No, they don't care. They don't care. So anyways, and like I said earlier, some people don't care, and that's the problem. So anyways, I do appreciate you guys watching. I see who's watching, and I love it. I would love to get you guys on. If you guys want to partake in the show, shoot me a request, and I'll get you in. You are watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed on Facebook Live. Actually, I would love to get I would love to get one of you involved because you have a show tonight at 9 p.m. and I hope you saw what I did for you there, my friend. I saw this picture. I'm not gonna show the photo, but I saw this picture of a woman sitting on a disco ball. And I had to. Oh, here we go. Just the man I wanted to talk to. So hold on. It says, "Hey Del, when are we going to do the unleashed thing? Stay broadcasted, my friend." Oh, dude. Yeah, I definitely got to come by. I'm gonna be going up on Friday. I don't know. Oh no, you're not available on Fridays, but we'll work something out. We'll try to figure it out. And I hope you check your email because, like I was describing, I saw this photo of a woman, very attractive woman, sitting on a disco ball, and I immediately thought of my dear friend. I'm not gonna. Well, I can say George Andrew. He's got a show on tonight, the Atomic Ballroom with George Andrew, and that is on at 9 p.m. on Reality Radio 101. My old time slot. But I'm so happy that he's got that time slot. I know that I asked him if he could switch it, and I totally understand why you wouldn't. 9 p.m. on a Tuesday is amazing. And the reason I was asking that was because, again, I want to go weekly. And I think going weekly helps, obviously, because, you know, you've got a show that's on steady, you know, every single week, right? You get that fan base growing. And my fan base, amazingly, has been growing intensely lately because now people, as George liked to call me, the comeback kid, which I love that. Every time you say it, it's awesome. There's people are starting to realize that I'm back on the air. And I do thank you, George, because George has been advertising for me every week. And I really, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, George. You're amazing. You're a great worker or a colleague. That's what I meant to say. Friend. We've known each other for many years now, and you've been there for me. And I thank you so much for promoting for the Del Morgado Show. And obviously, we do the Hikadelic Show every other week. And I appreciate everything you do. Like, seriously, it's just too much. And, you know, that's why I do those banners for you. Or not the banners, but I do the promos. And I did a promo for him as a gag. If he actually posts it, I will laugh. And George, if you post it, I'll definitely post it. Because I don't care. As a matter of fact, I was actually tempted because I have another page called Naughty Naughty, which I have no problems getting fans on that one. I have a page called Naughty Naughty, and I did it basically because my thoughts were sex sells. So I've got a lot of followers on there, and what I do every now and then is I will actually post a DFH Studios picture or ad just because I have that big group of people on that particular page, which is facebook.com/Naughty Naughty. And I only did it just to promote because, you know, the old adage, sex sells. So, George, if you use that picture, I will die. The funny thing is George's show is a little more child-friendly would probably be the best way to put it. Great show. Love your show, George. It's amazing. And I was actually a part of the show a few weeks ago, and I do thank you for putting me on the show. It is a music show, and he gets a nice wide variety of music, and you can tune in tonight, like I said, George Andrew in the Atomic Ballroom tonight at 9 p.m. on Reality Radio 101.com. See, the reason I'm not used to saying that, because whenever I do my live show like I did tonight, we don't have to say the .com because people are already tuning in. So, actually, George, one day I should come up and we should do a live show. It would be kind of funny to see what you do in between the songs. Because I've always wondered that. I'm like, you know, what does George do during, you know, the songs? Like, does he just sit there, meditate, like, ooh-ha? Or does he, like, dance? Or does he, you know, it's one of those, it's like, what does he do? So I think to see you Facebook Live would be amazing. Because then people will be like, oh, all right, let's see what he does. You know, and I usually perform to the crowd. Whenever I take breaks on the show, I usually start talking to the crowd, and I start, you know, oh, thank you for watching Facebook Live, and, you know, and that kind of thing. But I'd be curious to see what you would do, my friend. But again, thank you, George Andrew. Great guy, unbelievable, and he's done so much for me. And you know, the only way I can thank him is by doing, you know, the occasional promo here and there. And yeah, so there you go, brother. Thank you. So let's see. I do see a few people watching here. Okay, cool. George, you're still watching. God bless you, brother. I love you, man. And hold on. Let's see who else is watching here. Hold on. Oh, Christine. Hi, Christine. Long time no see. Saw your brother this past weekend, and it was fun. Kitchener Comic Con, amazing. You should have come out. It was a great time. And what can I say about Kitchener Comic Con? But one thing. I can say a million things, but I'm going to say one thing and one word to describe Kitchener Con. Fun. That's all that needs to be said. I've done a lot of cons in my day. Thank you to all the people who have asked me to join their conventions. And I've had fun at those conventions as well, I'm not going to lie. But Kitchener Con seems to be repetitive, you know, because some years I do other cons. Some years it's amazing, some years it's like, eh. And other years, it's fun. But Kitchener Con is steady. I've never had a bad experience at Kitchener Con. If anything, I want to send out a big, huge thank you, which I do a million times during my next set of videos. I thanked the coordinator, Mr. Ron Hupp. Ron is an amazing guy. He will bend over backwards to do anything and everything to get you, like, to help you out. Oh, here we go. George Andrew says, whilst the music is playing, I disappear into the smoke and mirrors and dark corners of the Atomic Ballroom. I love this. Oh, okay. I thought there was more. That's awesome. So you slip into a little zone, if you will. Does that sound correct? So I'm thinking you're sitting there like woosah, or you're just sitting there listening to the tunes, which you do have good tunes, my friend, great tunes, and you can hear it tonight at 9 p.m. on Reality Radio 101. George Andrew in the Atomic Ballroom. You know what, George? You can feel free to take this clip. Which Shannon is still waiting for royalties, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. You know, I think she deserves at least 5%. I'm kidding. But anyways, yeah, going back to what I was saying about Kitchener Comic Con, Ron will do a lot for his friends. And the funny thing is, amazing thing actually, he actually treated Shannon and I to a hotel. I get to the con. We had already gotten a motel prior to, only because, I didn't want to drive up and down. And I actually told him that. I said, we're actually going to be driving back and forth. And then Shannon and I found a really good deal at a motel. And we said, you know what, fuck it, as long as it's got a bed, who cares? And it was a nice motel. It was a very nice motel. I actually mentioned it in the video, so I'll leave it there. But yeah, I get to the con, and Ron comes up to me and he says, Del, I got you a gift. And I'm like, okay. Shocked, and I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? He goes, we got you a hotel room. I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, we got you a hotel room. It's my gift, my anniversary gift. Because if it wasn't for Ron, and Sky Westman, by the way, Ron brought Shannon and I together. Because that's where we got together, was at Kitchener Comic Con. And it was 3 years. It was actually February 28th, which is when we had the con. So 3 years ago and a few days, that's where Shannon and I got together, and Ron wanted to treat us to a gift. Now here's the thing. I gotta say this, because I used to do a lot of favors for Ron. And there were a couple times I was questioning, you get that moment where you're sort of like, dude, I'm doing all these favors for the guy, and, sure, he's helping me, but it's like, you get that feeling where it's almost like you almost feel like you're being taken advantage of. Not that he necessarily made me feel that way. I'm not trying to say that. But you sometimes you get that feeling, because you're sitting there like, Jesus, is this all he wants me for? Like, to just drive him around and things like that? But then, people can surprise you. And man, what a surprise that was. Ron, you didn't have to do that. But he did. And I'm like, I'm stunned. I'm like, holy shit, man, this is amazing. I mean, what can I say? It was incredible. And I was just blown away. The old expression, mind, So Ron, thank you, man. Thank you for doing that. It was incredible. Also, he paid for my parking, too. I gotta mention that. Sorry about the burps. I had buffet sort of continuous. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I guess you guys are probably just sitting bored around like I am. I mean, I don't feel like editing tonight. I got home and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking... So what do? I decide to go on live and make more shit for me to edit. Yeah, smart move, Del. Yeah, anyways. But I will be editing a whole bunch of videos. Oh my God, there's so many videos. We filmed, I'd say, the entire weekend, 16 videos on Facebook, not to mention the stuff that I filmed on my video camera. So I gotta go through all that footage, and I gotta find all the funny shit, which there was a ton of funny stuff in there. And I gotta put that shit together. So what I might do is I may actually divvy up the videos. I'm not gonna make one big video. No way. That would be like probably 8-9 hours. No, I can't do that. What I'm gonna do is I'll probably divvy it up to like maybe 5 videos or something like that. And yes, I will release them on Patreon. Patreon.com/Del Morgado Show, free for a week. And I was gonna end that, but you know what? I figured, you know what? Let me keep that going for a little while. This way people can get a chance to see it. If they like what they see, they have the option to support. And so I keep it up free for a week. And then after that, it becomes exclusive to Patreon. And I actually did a test, as I was mentioning earlier tonight, with someone who is supporting me. And I looked, and that's exactly how it is. Those videos are specifically set to patrons only. My radio shows, on the other hand, and George Andrews' show, I wasn't able to post due to copyright issues because, you know, they don't allow copyrighted material. What I could do is I can edit the songs out and then I could post it as an audio clip. That's an option. But anyways, those audio clips from the show, those I charge $5, only because it's like, well, you know, if you missed it, I'm sorry, but what's $5? $5 is nothing nowadays. Think about it. $5 is nothing. And I'm only asking for $1 a month. $1 a month. That's all I'm asking. And like I said earlier in the video, each dollar helps. You may not think it, but it does. $1 here, $1 there, $1 there, $1 there. Eventually you got $10. That's $10 I never had. You know what I'm saying? So if you know anybody who would enjoy my show, if you know anybody that would dig my show, dig the vibe, however you want to put it, please spread the word. That's all I ask. I'm not even asking you guys for money. I'm not. All I'm asking you is to spread the word. Share the Del Morgado Show to the world. Because, in all honesty, I don't expect that from anybody I know. I don't. I really don't. But a little help also goes a long way, too. I mean, my radio show, 95% of the audience are basically strangers. People from all over the world. We've got people listening in from Canada. From the U.S. is where the majority of the audience is from. And then you've got people sometimes who listen in from Russia. People from China. People from Belgium. We had Belgium in there. You know, Belgium waffle, you know. We've had it from all over the world listening into my show. And that's why I offer advertising. Because especially if you have a website, that is the best way to promote. I had a friend of mine who decided to promote with my show. This was maybe a year ago. And it was a lawn maintenance service. The problem is he was based strictly Mississauga, Toronto area. Okay? So, well, you know, he was willing to travel, but obviously, you know, realistically, you don't want to travel too long because obviously you waste time. But he had a service and he did an ad with my radio show. He had people from Texas calling him. Okay? Texas. So obviously he couldn't take the job, and we didn't really specify the location. So the guy in Texas was like, yeah, I'd like to get some lawn service, please. Actually, that's my excuse to use the voice. I'm sorry. But he's like, I'd like to get some lawn service, please. Can I hire you? Hire you? And he actually got calls from all over the place. He said he got a call from San Francisco. He also got a call from Las Vegas. And he was like, what the fuck? You know, he's like, what's going on here? So if you have a website, if you know anybody's got a website that needs promotion, guess what? I'm worldwide. If you guys need promotion, these people will check you out. You know, I heard, because I promoted for Wasted Decade recently on the show, I heard Wasted Decade has gotten a couple of hits. I heard that a whole bunch of these have gotten a couple of hits. And it's like, dude, it works. The advertising works. So if you know anybody, please spread the word. I'm not asking you guys for money. All right? I don't expect money from my friends. If I needed money from you guys, I'd go up to you and go, hey bro, can you lend me $1? And I'm sure you guys would lend me $1. I'd like to think you would lend me $1. I'd like to think I've been a good enough friend that you'd be like, oh yeah, here you go, dude. Here's $1, no problem. But I'm not asking you guys for $1. No. I mean, I'm asking you to spread the word. That's all. Look at this. I've been battling for, for a while now. I can't believe it because I didn't think I was going to last this long. I thought it was just going to be a quick video, but obviously I'm that bored. And there is somebody watching. I don't know who's watching right now, but let me check. Oh, Christina, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Really, I do. I don't know. I hope I'm being entertaining. Obviously, I think I'm being entertaining because you're still watching, so that kind of tells me something. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. I really do. And it's people like you that I am doing this for. You guys support me, and I appreciate the support. I really do. And I want to bring entertainment, which way I can. If I bring laughter, or if I bring education, which I highly doubt. I'm not really a political guy, but I can talk politics. I've actually proved that. I was on my friend's show, Dale Jodin, another fellow broadcaster, and we want you back on the air, Dale. We really do. You're awesome, dude. Actually, jokingly, he's called the Del Morgado of politics, which if I were into politics, I would probably be like Dale. Because Dale, he doesn't fucking hold back. He's a great guy, man. And this guy does not hold back. He says what's on his mind, doesn't give a fuck what you think. So, hey, I could be that way too. I could talk politics. But I'm not really, you know why I don't? I'll tell you guys why I don't talk about politics. And I've said this a million times. Not really on my show, but I've said it a million times with people. The reason I don't talk about politics is because it's a dead-end conversation. Especially if you're talking to somebody who's on the opposite side of the spectrum. So, let me just say this for you guys right now. I hate Donald Trump. And I hate Justin Trudeau. I hate them both. Why? Because they're fucking idiots. Okay? Trudeau's a fucking idiot because he does the stupidest shit, and Trump does the stupidest shit. They're both fucking morons. I've said a million times, Trump, get rid of the fucking Twitter account. Okay? You're supposed to be a role model, you dumb motherfucker. You're the president of the United States of America, the most important man in the world, because it's the most powerful country in the world. And you're on Twitter. It's like, dude, get rid of that. You got to be a role model, man. And Justin Trudeau, what the fuck? The guy's a fucking balloon head. You heard me. He's a fucking balloon head. And if this gets to him, I hope it does. You're a fucking balloon head. And I hate politics. Because politics, you may have an opinion. Okay, I think on both spectrums. I'm a little bit liberal when it comes to certain things, and I'm a little bit conservative when it comes to certain things. Okay? Let's face it. Normal people usually are. And you know what? I'm going to say this, and it's been said on my show a million times because of Gary. Gary says it all the time. Liberalism is a mental disorder. And it actually has been documented. Okay, this shit's been documented, and not by a progressive conservative person who was, sort of like, oh, let me dig on let me rip these people apart. No, you all have a mental disorder. If you think halfway down the road, if you think on both sides of the spectrum, you're a normal fucking person. But if you think just one-sided, there's something wrong with you. And I'll tell you why. Because you gotta have that range. You gotta have that variety. If you just think a certain way and you have the same stupid mentality that most of these liberals have, dude, it's unbelievable. So I believe in both sides. Yes, I'm liberal about certain things, and I'm also conservative about other things, which makes sense. And that's the way it should be. I wish that there was actually a way that they can get somebody with that mentality to govern the country or to be the president of the United States. But that's not going to happen. Why? Because people think, oh, the liberal way is the way to go, or the conservative way is the way to go. Dude, come on. You got to get somebody with a mindset right down the middle. So not only does he please one side, he pleases the other side, and they come to an agreement. Can you see what I'm talking about here, people? Am I making sense, or am I taking crazy pills? Come on. It's unbelievable. I mean, Christine, you're watching, yeah? Do you agree? because that's how I personally feel. And when you talk politics, especially with somebody on the opposite side of the spectrum, you're not going anywhere. I'm telling you, man, that conversation is going no fucking where. And that's why I call it a dead-end conversation. Because one person says this, the other person says this, they don't fucking believe in this, you don't believe in this, next thing you know it turns to a big fucking argument. And arguments normally go around in circles, people. And that's why I hate arguing, and that's why I've been together with Shannon for so long, because we avoid that shit. Okay, because arguments just go nothing but circles. You see what I'm doing here? You see how annoying that looks? You see how annoying that is? That's what arguments are. They go around in fucking circles, people. They don't go anywhere. Alright? So shut the fuck up. Okay? Come to an agreement. You know, sure, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. Done. Alright? Move on. That's the same when it comes to movies. And I do movie reviews all the time. All the time. And I've had people argue with me all the time with my review. They turn around and go, no, Del, I completely disagree. Great movie, great. Well, dude, that's your opinion, obviously. That's what politics is. It's somebody's opinion. And religion, the other one that you should never talk about. I'm not very religious. I'm not. So for me to talk about religion is just silly. It's silly to me. I actually saw this video recently. I don't mean to go on these rants, but obviously I'm coming up with this shit in my brain. But I don't go on religion because I saw this one video. And I'm going to call him a balloon head. Because he goes around and he says, you know, he's interviewing all these atheists. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. He goes to all these atheists and he's asking, you know, who created the earth? And does it make sense that all these perfectly engineered chromosomes, this, and that, blah, 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 came together on its own? Something must have put this together. And obviously he brings up God. And I'm like, alright, you fucking jackass. If you're going to throw that argument up my ass, which these atheists were total fucking idiots not to even reply like this, or maybe they did, he just didn't film the morons. Because I would turn around, shut this motherfucker up with one sentence. I'd be like, dude, who created God? If you're saying that some all-powerful being created the heaven and earth, and I've heard this argument a million times. Look, I believe it to an extent. Obviously, we were brought up a certain way to believe in a certain other being that created all this. Yes, I believe it to a certain extent. Yes, I do talk to God. I talk to my dad because my dad passed away. I talk to him. I don't talk to God. I talk to my dad. I'm like, Dad, help me out. Give me the strength. It's a belief system. That's what it is. And it's a belief system to keep order in the world. The bottom line, and I've said this joke a million times, and it's brought up by Jim Jeffries, great comic. He says the 10 Commandments are a waste of fucking time. Because it's common fucking knowledge. Don't kill anybody. Duh. Don't fucking steal. Duh. They should have one commandment. And he says it perfectly. Don't be a cunt. Bottom line, be nice to people. That's what all these religions are saying. That's what they're all teaching. I had an argument with a guy. I turned to him and I said, look, dude, you're religious based on where you grew up. He got all freaked out at me. He got into this huge harangue, went off, and was saying, Del, that is so stupid. That is just a stupid way of thinking. I'm like, hold on a second, dude. If you grew up as a Muslim, that would be your religious belief. If you grew up as Indian, that would be your religious belief. If you grew up in China, that would be your religious belief. Obviously, you grew up Catholic, that's your religious belief. And he's like, no. Completely moronic and saying, no, I would have found Christ. I'm like, I'm sorry, brother. You would have been raised in that religion. And that would have been, you would have either followed the Quran, or you would have followed the Bible, or you would have followed whatever other ones there are out there. I'm telling you, that's what I feel about religion. So there you go. There's my topics on religion and politics. And those are my strong thoughts on religion and politics. Because it's dead-end conversations. If you argue with somebody who's a Bible thumper, and they're like, oh, Jesus, oh my God, you're not going to go anywhere with them. Because they don't think straight. I'm sorry, but they don't. If you speak to a logical person, you're obviously going to have a logical conversation. And that's what I'm trying to boil down to when it comes to religion and politics. There's always going to be a difference of opinion. And there will never be especially if you get two people from the different side of the spectrum, you'll never have an agreement. Ever. No matter what you do, you'll never have an agreement. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things. Okay, I'll give you an example. My political view on abortions. There you go. There's a perfect example. Because liberals would think, oh God, no. Oh my God, no. That person should have the child, and that's it. That's how it should be. Meanwhile, a conservative would think, oh no. They have the right to choose what they want. That's their body. They can do whatever they want with it, and that's their decision. You know what? I agree with the conservative side, but I also agree with the liberal side. Yes, it's wrong to kill. Of course it is. But at the same time, you have the right to make that choice. Okay? And that's the bottom line. And that's why, again, I'm on both sides of the spectrum. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Get somebody in politics, get somebody in fucking government who sees both views. And we may come to a solution. We won't have as many problems if you get somebody who's on the same fucking wavelength as the normal people in this world who see both ends. Oh shit, maybe, you know what? Maybe we should give the people an option, but at the same time, don't punish them for making that decision. You see what I'm trying to get at? I mean, you guys, well, I got more views. Awesome. If you guys agree or disagree, I don't care if you disagree or agree, but what I do care about, if there's any other topics out there that you want to get my opinion on, because it's one of those things where it's almost like, all right, I'll give you my opinion on that when it comes to a political standpoint. Like I said, I think both ends, okay? And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Hey! I always have to throw humor in there just because of the fact that my show is supposed to be humorous. It's not really a political show. And you know what? More people will donate to political shows because they feel, oh, yes, I am donating to a political show. I am making my stand. That's bullshit. If you're donating to a show or you're supporting a show because of that, that's the wrong reason. If you're going to support a show, support it because you like the show, because you enjoy listening to the show. People, it's entertainment. And you know what? I've been bitching about the Black Panther movie for a while now. But something came clear to me recently. Yes, it is a very inspirational movie. And I have to take back a lot of what I said. Why? Because of the fact that I saw it. Because of all the people who started all this racial bullshit. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to see the damn thing. If people were to just... life would be a lot pleasanter. Is that even a word? It would be a lot more pleasant. There you go. That's the best way to put it. Because of all the stupidity surrounding the Black Panther film, it made me not want to watch it. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly what it was. I saw 4 people on Facebook posting the dumbest shit, and that fucking ripped me open. And I was like, I hate this bullshit. And I fucking lost it because of 4 individuals. 4. That's all it took. But he is a very positive role model, just like Wonder Woman is a positive role model. And I can't count how long we were waiting to see Wonder Woman. Okay? So I can't even imagine how long people waited to see Black Panther. Yes, we've had black superheroes, but Black Panther stands for something. He is an awesome role model. Okay? It's very strong, very powerful character. And thank you, Marvel, for bringing that character to the silver screen. You know, Marvel did Black Panther, DC did Wonder Woman. And thank God they did that, because we need those characters. We need them to give inspiration to people. Just like Superman gave inspiration to everyone. You see what I'm trying to say? Not Man of Steel. That movie was a piece of shit. I'm talking about Chris Reeve, okay? Chris Reeve. He brought inspiration, and I am so thrilled, actually. I gotta say this. I have the 3.5 hour Superman original cut, which means that it's got the scenes with Lex Luthor feeding his babies. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember seeing that on TV when I was a kid. And to see that again, I lost my shit. I'm like, oh my God, The full version of Superman is available, and I haven't even seen it yet, and I can't wait to see it. Oh my God, I'm so excited to see that. So anyway, sorry, I got all excited there. I'm sorry. Anyways, Jesus, okay, it's 3. Wow, I've been battling for a while here, and thank you. I'm wondering if Christina's still watching. Oh, Christina, I love you. You're still watching. You know what? I don't know if you want to be a part of it, but if you do, you didn't reply, so obviously you're not in the mood to text back and whatnot. But thank you so much for watching, Christine. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who has watched so far. I appreciate all the support. And like I said earlier, I know realistically, even though I'm doing this right now, people will see it on, like, during the day. Mind you, with the amount of live videos that I've posted lately, I don't even know anymore because I post way too many. And again, for people who don't like this, get the fuck out of my life. Okay, I'm just going to say it as bluntly as possible. If you don't like the fact that I'm trying to promote myself and the fact that I'm trying to move on and trying to do something. Oh, there she is. Hey! Christina says, thanks, Del. Got to go to work. No worries. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. But, I mean, like I said earlier, if people don't like it and they don't appreciate the fact that I'm trying to promote myself and trying to get something going, I don't want you in my life. All right? Bottom line. I don't. I want you to get the fuck out of my life, if anything, because I don't want that venom in my life. You're fucking venom, okay? If you can't support me, if you can't, understand what I'm trying to do here, obviously I want nothing to do with you. So goodbye. Leave. Please. I don't want you as a friend on Facebook. I don't, because you're a waste of my fucking time. But for those of you who are supporting me, I love you like you have no idea, okay? I will do whatever it takes to entertain you guys, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so. Okay, that was a bad impersonation, but whatever. But guys, I do appreciate it if you are watching, and I do appreciate the support. Please spread the word. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for you guys to give me $1. I'm asking for strangers to give me $1 because they don't fucking know me. You know what I mean? You guys are my friends. I wouldn't expect it. Mind you, if you guys did, oh, believe me, I would pay you back in spades. Even though you gave me $1, I would give you the world. All right? Bottom line. Because I know you support me. And that goes such a long way. Support goes so far, you have no idea. If it wasn't for those people who emailed me and said, what am I going to do without your show? Daniel, Mr. Daniel Coper, what am I going to do without your show? If I didn't hear words like that, that would not inspire me to keep going. If I didn't have a beautiful lady by my side, Shannon, if I didn't have you by my side, I don't know what I would do. It's all about support. And if you find the right person, the right people, and you stay within that community, if you keep within that community and keep the fucking assholes away, you'd be amazed how much you can accomplish. You'd be amazed how far you can go. Because those people will be there for you. And they will support you. And sometimes that is the most important thing in this world. Support. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for $1. Don't get me wrong. I don't want it. I don't want your money. Just spread the word. If you could. That would be great. And guys, thank you. If you have lasted this long, if you've watched this long, I really appreciate it. I really didn't think I was going to go this long, but I did. And I guess I had a lot more to say than I thought. I mean, my radio show, we just kind of, we just fuck around and we have a good time and we laugh our asses off. And I fucking died this evening. I laughed so hard tonight. And I appreciate it because it was a great show. And I was just like, But when it comes to this, and that's why I call it the Del Morgado Show Unleashed. Because this is my platform to now say what I was supposed to say during my shows. Which is really weird to say it like that because you don't really get that opportunity because obviously you're doing a live show. You can't really say stuff like this. Well, I'm doing live right now, but I mean, this is, if you're watching, you're watching. If not, you're not. But it's just one of those things. It's like, you got to be entertaining, but you also need that platform, which is Facebook Live, to just go. And just say what you want to say. Because normally I wouldn't say half the shit that I just said tonight. I wouldn't. But because Facebook Live exists, and because I've now created the Unleashed show, you're now able to see this. So there you go. And yes, I am capable of doing a show on my own. And I've proven that by doing all of these shows. So, ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for watching. I especially would appreciate if you saw this episode, because I kind of said a few things that I would love if people would hear, especially when I was mentioning about politics and religion. So I'm going to have I'm going to have a beer. And I do thank you guys for watching. Please spread the word for me. Patreon.com/Morgado Show. And I do appreciate the people who have spread the word, very much so. I love you guys for doing that. I can mention all their names, but there's too many to mention. And also, onlyfans.com/Morgado Show as well. It's a subscription of $9.99 per month. And Patreon, you can donate as little as $1 to as much as you desire. And if you do donate $1, you become a patron, and you are now able to see all of this content. It's part of the package. So guys, thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Good night, good afternoon, and good morning. I don't know. I fucked that up, but it's okay. And I do thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Yep. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Morgado Show Unleashed. I'm your host, Morgado, obviously, and I'm back. I've sort of been out of commission since Kitchener Comic Con, and the reason being is because that damn con wore me the fuck out. Yes, warning, language coming ahead. Right now what I'm doing is I'm sharing the post. I know I said I wasn't going to come online. And actually, the last time I came online, it was in the middle of the night, and nobody really came on. So I wasn't really, oh, that just got brighter. I wasn't really, I guess, enthused enough to come back, just because, you know, it's just one of those things. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, I guess if nobody is responding, then why bother? But I should give you guys the heads up. I've been doing a little bit of editing. Started finally doing my editing. I needed a couple of days after Kitchener Con to sort of, I guess, unwind, unleash, if you want to call it that. No, it was more like just to kind of take a breather, you know, give the videos a break for a little while. And then what do? I decide to edit again, and I decided something to edit that I had actually posted a video on live prior to the con. And it was from a character that most of you were actually able to see at the event. He actually made an appearance. I'm talking about Heinskin Viverbon. So what I did was I took the old Art Talk intro, a show that I did many, many years ago. As a matter of fact, 6 years ago to the date. Actually, like a month later, but it was 6 years ago that I last posted a video from Heinskin Viverbon. That is Art Talk with Heinskin Viverbon. And decided to bring the character back. And he was met with a lot of question marks. Everybody was trying to figure out what the hell I was doing. And basically, you know, Heinskin just gives me the opportunity to sort of, I guess you could say unleash, but in the artistic world, or the artistic sense, if you want to call it that. But so what I did was I redesigned and redid the entire intro, only because originally that intro was shot off of screen. Because back then, you know, the editing software I had was not really that great. So I used to use, I forget the program right now, but it was one of the Microsoft programs I used to use for making credits. And what I did was I filmed the computer screen, and that's where the Art Talk credits came from. So what I said, I go, well, you know what, I've had, you know, my editing program for years. Let me try to redo it again and, you know, hopefully make something a little bit better. So, in my personal opinion, it's a million times better. Oh, Daniel's here. Hey, Daniel. How are you, buddy? Yeah. So he says hi, by the way. So, so yeah, I took the Art Talk intro and redid it, and I will be editing that one next. First, I have the live stuff that I did before Kitchener Comic Con with my lady Shannon. And thank you, Shannon, for taking part in that video. Long video, and if you think that's long, wait till you see what we got at Kitchener Con. So I'm going to probably divvy it up into like 4 different videos just so that, you know, people can check them out and not get too tired of them. It's gonna be a mission. So I'm going online right now only because I'm in the process of rendering my newer video, which is I think episode hold on. Let me check. I'll tell you exactly what episode that is. Episode 18 of Unleashed. And that would be Facebook Live Part 3. Wait, or is it Part 4? No, Part 4. I'm sorry. My bad. Part 4. So there's a lot more to come. But this time I just figured, you know what? I'd just go online, just give you guys a heads up. In case you're wondering why you haven't seen me on Facebook Live, I was decompressing after the Kitchener Con. I needed a few days to just fucking get my brain back in focus and just sort of like mellow out. You know, I don't do drugs, but I tell you that would have been a perfect opportunity to do them. You know, even if I had some marijuana or something, which obviously I don't smoke. But yeah, I just needed those days to kind of relax. And then today I decided, after working on my Art Talk intro, I decided, you know what? Let me go on Facebook Live for a little bit. Because what I do is I like filming little intros to each video so that it's not just Facebook Live. You got a little intro to go off of. And I was actually filming Art Talk, Heinskin. I decided to change the look. He used to sit on the couch. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his videos. Go to facebook.com/HeinskinViverbon. You'll see what I'm talking about. HYNSKEN, Heinskin Viverbon, VEVERBON, Viverbon. That's pretty impressive considering I don't have anything to write on. But go check out the page. If you like what you see, you're gonna see more. As I like to say, or actually as Heinskin said, he was in the closet all these years, and it was about time that he came out of the closet, you know, because obviously a lot of people think that the character's gay, so I figured I would run with that and just sort of, you know, just go with that kind of concept. But anyways, so I will have an Art Talk episode. I gotta check. I don't want to misquote myself here. I think it's gonna be, I just posted the video the other day, but my brain is just not working right now because I'm just out of it. So it'll be episode 35. So I'm gonna be continuing off where I left 6 years ago. And episode 34 you can see on YouTube. And from this point on, the Heinskin Viverbon videos are going to be much like the Del Morgado Show videos. In other words, I'm going to post them free for a week, and after a week, that's it. If you go back in my history, let me just tell you guys right now, if you guys go back in my history, if you go on my personal page, you will not see the Facebook Live videos anymore. I actually went through all of them and got rid of the ones that are on Patreon right now. So in other words, the only way you can see these videos is through Patreon. So if you guys want to see them again, here's your chance. Watch them now before they go away. Once I post it onto Patreon, that's it. They're going to disappear. And the reason that being is because of the fact that obviously I want to push Patreon. That's the reason I started doing live in the first place. So in case you guys are curious, in case you guys are wondering, oh my God, Shannon. Hello, honey. Hi, Shannon. Oh my goodness. I guess you're definitely at work. or you haven't left for work. Is that what's going on? Let's see if we can get you on. I'd love to have you on the show. Here we go. I love having my beautiful lady Shannon on the show. Oh, and I should tell you one thing. Heinskin Viverbon managed to do a live interview. Right. For those of you that know Heinskin Viverbon, who know the character, he's always sitting in the... Oh, there she is. Hi, sweetie.
Hi. So I'm just in the middle of eating lunch right now.
That's okay. You're at work, right?
I'm gonna go until 1.
Oh, perfect timing.
Yeah, well, they actually wanted me to come in early, but I was like, no.
No.
Nope.
Good. Good for you. Good for you, darling. So look at you. What are you, giving us a tour?
No, I'm closing my door.
Oh, okay. So how you doing, sweetie?
I'm Guy, a little tired.
Yeah, me too. Like I was saying earlier, I haven't been on Facebook Live for a while because I was just trying to decompress, you know, just get my brain back in order, you know, get ready for these tons of videos that I'll be editing.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Lily had me up at like 5 a.m. this morning, so.
Why? Was she barking as usual?
Nah, she was just acting a little strange.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me that yesterday, so.
Yeah.
You look so pretty.
I look like a cat.
Well, I'm glad you're on. This is awesome.
Yeah,
so
well,
Scott writes.
I was just randomly.
Yeah, same. LOL. Sorry.
I was just randomly cruising Facebook, and I'm like, oh, he's live, and he's.
Yeah.
You're actually live. Like it's not like from an hour ago.
Yeah, no, I decided to go live because I'm in the process of editing our video. Not the one with Heinskin, which I'm going to ask you in 1 second. Scott says, Comic Con was insane, and Andrew writes, brain back in order? Was it ever in order? Never, never. Good point, Andrew. Thank you for watching, brothers. But yeah, I was, how did it feel to do an interview with Heinskin Beaverbug?
The first one was a little awkward.
Well, that one we didn't have any sound, so nobody will ever be able to see that.
Good.
Unfortunately. Good. Hey.
It was weird.
Yeah, he's a bit of a character.
Yeah, I'm just like,
So,
I was just like, how do I handle this guy?
yeah, he's a tough one. He's never done a live interview except for with me.
And even with
you saw how he treated me.
I was gonna say, yeah, and even with you, he didn't like it.
He treated me like total garbage. Like, it was awesome. You know what? To be treated like shit by Heinskin is a compliment.
I was gonna say,
As far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. But I'm so glad you were willing to do that because you're definitely a real sport. So, I'm actually in the process. You remember the video we did the night before KitchenerCon?
Oh.
That one.
That was a fun night.
That was fun when we did the drinking.
Oh my god, yeah.
So,
even my mom said there was quite a lot of drinking during that con, wasn't it? Like, yeah.
So she saw the video?
I don't think she saw it, but she just noticed that there was always a beer in my hand.
Oh yeah, we drank a lot. Wow. And neither one of us got drunk. Like, I was trying and it just,
well, the first night I was happy, but the second night I was, yeah.
Gone.
I was gone.
Well, you were tipped. You were tipped pretty good.
I was tipped, yeah.
You were like tipped, like kind of.
I was like the leaning
like
tower.
that.
I was like the leaning tower of Pisa.
That's right. Or better yet, the leaning tower of Shannon.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm so happy that I thought you went to work already. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just kind of chilling out, having some lunch.
Ah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I just finished eating some leftovers because I got to clean out my fridge. So. I didn't want to go grocery shopping yet because I still have too much shit in there. So
yeah, I kind of want to clear it up before you fill it up again.
That's right. But I'm so happy that you joined me, and your video is coming next.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not the one with Heinskin. That one's gonna be
later,
a little further down, but it'll be there. I don't know if you heard. I was saying that I actually filmed the Heinskin segments. I've now changed the set.
Yes.
So instead of a illustration TV. Or fake TV, there's an actual TV now.
There's an actual TV there.
Wow.
Oh, the times have
so
changed.
I was filming that just now before I went on live, and I'm in the process of editing the video. It's taken forever, so yeah. But you saw the new intro.
Yeah, I like it.
That I did for. Do you like it?
I like it.
Looks nicer, eh? Especially with the little hand coming
out.
And...
the paint roller.
That's not my hand, but Heinskin claims that it's his hand.
Okay. No wonder it's so good.
I know. I know. If Heinskin's hand is in the shot, it's all good.
And you're like, yes, that was my hand.
That's right. And actually, he says that in the video. I'll give you a little preview. And wait till you see your episode, because he's actually wearing something special for you.
For me?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to say what it is, but you're going to have to see. Because when you see his outfit, you're going to be like, oh my God. It's awesome, baby. It's awesome.
That's awesome. It's snowing out.
Oh, don't say that.
It's snowing over here.
Well, I went to go get my oil change, and I'm supposed to go to bed, but like I said, I'm going to wait for this thing to finish editing, and then I'm going to upload it. So,
okay. Oops.
Yeah, once this thing's done editing, then I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and it should be done within an hour.
Right on.
That's how fast the internet is now. Huh?
Right on. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll let you go. And thank you for being a part of the show.
You're welcome.
Yay, my Shannon! This is almost like doing FaceTime. It's awesome.
Pretty much, really.
Yeah. All right, sweetie. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
I'll talk to you later.
Good luck at the office.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye.
Talk to you later, honey. Bye.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The lovely Shannon Graham, who is actually in the next video that I am editing right now. and I will be posting that before I go to sleep. So I'm just gonna let it go and then wake up a little bit later and continue editing after I come back from work. Like I was saying, Heinzken Viverbun is back, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. It's official. For those of you who saw him over at Kitchener Comic Con, you'll know it's real. He's back. 6 years. You know, I didn't even realize it was that long. And the weird part about that is I actually did a couple of amateur Friday the 13th movies, and there's a 5-year gap. It's not like I planned it, but there was a 5-year gap in between each movie, which was really weird. And I did 3 movies. So I did one in 97. 5 years later, I did the part 2. And then 5 years later, which was the 10-year anniversary, boom, I did part 3, which is my biggest video on YouTube ever, with 1,700,000 views until the sons of bitches took it down. Why did they take my video down? Because of copy cock sucking rights. That's right. And that video was up there for so long, and yet it got taken down for copyrights. What a bunch of motherfuckers. Now it's up to 17,000, I think. That's the latest number for the re-upload without the bloody song. Anyways, oh, I see Daniel Road here. He says, Kitchener Comic Con looked totally fun. Oh, brother, you have no idea. I needed to rest. I really did. I think everybody from Kitchener Con needed to take a break. It was pretty fucking crazy. Our evening party, which was filmed by Sky Westman, which I asked him if I could use the footage for the video, and he was so gracious enough to let me use it and says no problem. So I will be showing you the after party that we had at the hotel. Man, it was nuts. We drank quite a bit. I took it a little easier because it was such a long day, but we had a great time. You'll see it. Trust me. And I said also as well, my videos, my previous Facebook Live videos have been slowly disappearing as they've been posted on Patreon. So for those of you who are watching them, I appreciate it, but they're all going to disappear eventually once I get these videos edited. So, and there's going to be a lot of stuff. We actually did a full Unleashed show on my other camera, my real camera, and it was a great show, and I had like, I think it was 5 people or 6 people. Shannon was one of them. Thank you, Shannon. And Daniel says, can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to show it to you. And Andrew says, I had a student who posted a video for a class of mine. The sound no longer works due to copyright. There you go. So, yeah, copyright is bullshit, especially when it comes to YouTube videos. Such a pain in the ass. The beauty about these is I don't post these for too long. I only post them for a week. So they don't have a chance really to ding me on copyrights, right? Plus, they go on Patreon immediately afterwards. So it's not like it's very short-lived. So that's why I'm sort of able to get away with it. Mind you, they dinged me with one recently. And the worst part is about Patreon is they don't allow you to upload the video directly to Patreon. You have to go through a second party in order to download the video, which is a real fucking pain in the ass. Because you're sitting there like, dude, why? You know what I mean? OnlyFans allows you to upload the video directly, which is the way it should be. You know, because then this way your fans get to see your content. They don't have to worry about going through bullshit. So, anyways, that's that. So I am, I don't know where it's at. I'm not going to switch the screen right now. Usually I have a little warning if this thing goes, like, if you hear Homer, that means that the video's done. So once I get the video done, it'll be a little while before I go back on Facebook Live, just because I want to get these out of the way. And look, here I am doing another fucking video. More shit for me to edit. Right? Right? That's just smart. That's way to go, Dell. Nah. So, anyways, my last Facebook video that I did, there was nobody around. There was hardly anybody around until close to the end. And I said quite a few things on there. I actually talked about politics. I talked about religion. I gave you my 2 cents on all of these topics, and you'll understand why I don't really like talking about them. But I gave you a bit of information as to why I don't do stuff about politics and things. Oh, Daniel writes, I had only 1 copyrighted video on my channel. Brother, almost every single one of my videos have some sort of copyright bullshit. And my Friday the 13th had, I'd say, 4 of them 4 copyrights. The Linkin Park song isn't the one that did it. It was actually one of the soundtracks I used from fucking Backdraft. That's the one that fucked me. That's the one that knocked my video out. And because it was already on YouTube for that long, they didn't let me repost it because of as many hits as I had. 1,700,000 hits. Can you believe that shit? The reason why it had so many hits, and I'll tell you why, people didn't read it. It said Friday the 13th Part 3, and everybody thought it was the movie. Even though right at the beginning, it says fan film. Hello, ding, ding, ding. But then again, this is the Tide Pod eating generation, so doesn't surprise me why they wouldn't fucking see that shit. Anyways, it's 11:35. I'm going to take off. I just wanted to come on Facebook real quick. Like I said, thank you, Shannon, for joining. And I'll be on Facebook in a few days. Just unless I get bored again and I'm in the middle of editing and I decide to do this again. But I'm going to try to focus. I'm going to try to focus on the editing because it's a pain in the ass and I have to get it done. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for participating. And Daniel says, have a good day. You too, my friend. And I will see you guys next time. And the next time you see a video come out will be episode... Oh, geez, now I got to check. Fuck. Will be episode 18 of Unleashed. And Art Talk is back. And that will be episode 35. After 6 years. And that's actually when he went on Facebook Live. So there you go. That's all I got to say about that. Plus, you'll see him in his glory as usual. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Again, I've said it a gazillion times, and I'll say it again. Patreon.com/Del Morgado Show or OnlyFans.com/Del Morgado Show. Thank you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Whenever the fuck you're seeing this. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. What's up? Hey, everybody. It's me, Del. I'm actually in the process right now of getting ready to go do an interview. Finally, I've waited quite a long time to get an interview with these gentlemen, but I'm going to be getting an interview with Wasted Decade. That's right. Incredible band, and you guys are going to see 2 performances from them. Once I edit the video together and get it all put together, it's going to look amazing. So I'm so happy. I am on my way. I got to get out of here. I don't really have time to respond and stuff, but I just want to let you guys know I'm going to be doing an interview with Wasted Decade. It's going to be in the next half hour. Who knows? If they have Wi-Fi, we may actually go live just for a few moments and say hello to everybody. But I've been waiting a long time for this interview, and I got to get my ass out of here and go grab some food before I do this. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. The Kitchener Con video, day 1, is actually being uploaded as I speak, and it should be available within about 2 hours. So you guys will be able to see day 1. It was 2 hours and 48 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Big ass video, but a lot of incredible memories. And I do want to thank Mr. Sky Westman for letting me use his footage from the after party. It was an incredible, incredible fun time, and I hope you guys get to check out that video. You're pretty much all in there. I got to do episode 2 or part 2. I'm going to be editing that tonight. But today I'm going to be doing an interview with Wasted Decade. I've been waiting a long time to get these guys, like I said. And oh, Mike. Hey, Mike, how you doing, bro? It says, hey, it's my friend Del, and he's doing stuff. Well, I can't stay on for long, but I just wanted to say hi real fast, and hope that you guys enjoy the Kitchener Con Day 1 video. There's more to come. Believe me, there's probably going to be another 3-hour video after that. That'll be part 2, which I'm going to be working on tonight. Jesus Christ, this feels like a full-time fucking job, man. So I wish I was getting paid full-time hours to do this stuff. But anyways, it was one hell of an editing job. I tell you, I worked my ass off to get this thing done. And man, the footage that we came up with was unfucking believable. So guys, thank you for watching. I don't have much time. I gotta get my ass out of here. I'm sure the guys at Wasted Decade are like, shouldn't you be on your way, you fucker? But I will, hopefully, if they have a live connection, if we're able to connect, we may be able to go Facebook Live there. So, Sky says, don't forget to bleep me, right on. No bleeping. What's wrong with you? There's no bleeping on the Del Morgado Show. Unleashed. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I wish I could stay longer, but I gotta get my ass out of here. Alright, guys, take care. We will see you soon. And like I said, in about 2-3 hours, the video will be uploaded to YouTube. Kitchener Con Day 1. You can check it out and have yourselves a good laugh. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Again, one more time, I know that these are older videos from a few weeks ago, or from a week ago, probably. I do have to mention that patreon.com/Morgado Show, if you'd like to see your banner ad at the bottom, just see what I'm asking for on Patreon, and you'll be able to get a banner ad running through the show as often as you'd like. So all these times that I put these shows together, your banner ad can be on the show. So, also, I gotta mention that I dropped down the price on onlyfans.com/Morgado Show from $9.99 to $4.99. That is the absolute cheapest I could go, as I said earlier in the video, and, well, that was like quite a while back. So anyways, I'd like to thank you all for joining us, or joining me, on the Morgado Show Unleashed, and hope to see you soon. Have a good night, or good day, or good afternoon. See you later. Bye-bye.